Imagine becoming the world's youngest leader at just 36, and then surviving almost 20 assassination attempts, all while fighting for your country's future. That's exactly what Ibrahim Traore has done since seizing power in Burkina Faso in September 2022. He's not your average politician. Traore's style throws it back to the days of Thomas Sankara, a true revolutionary. He ditched the flashy perks, cut government salaries, and kept his captain's pay. Why? To prove he's with the people, not above them. But he's not just shaking things up at home. Traore turned away from France, Burkina Faso's old colonial power, and started building alliances with Russia. He's pulled out of ECOWAS and formed a new pact with Mali and Niger, putting the Sahel back in African hands. Inside the country, Traore is all about self-reliance. He's nationalized gold mines, opened a new refinery, and launched projects like a cotton center and a new airport. No loans from the IMF or World Bank either. He wants progress on Burkina Faso's terms. But it's not all victories. Almost 40% of the nation is under threat from extremist groups, and millions have been forced from their homes. Still, Traore is doubling down on security with military action, and yes, Russia's help. Through it all, Burkina Faso's economy is growing. Extreme poverty has dropped, and young people feel inspired. Traore says he'll move to democracy, maybe by 2029. So what do you think? Is Traore a hero or just another strongman? One thing's for sure, he's got everyone's attention.
What is happening in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger, is just the beginning of a revolution that is way past due for Africa. Africa must unite, and Burkina Faso has shown us the way. They have opened the doors. They have shown us that the bully can be defeated.
President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso has just declared that education will now be 100% free from primary school all the way to university. No child will ever be left behind again. Traore. In his national address, Traore said, "The chains of ignorance are heavier than poverty, and I will break them all." He has signed a presidential decree that eliminates school fees, textbook costs, uniform requirements, university tuition, exam registration fees. Even transportation and school meals will now be covered by the government. How is it funded? Instead of foreign loans, Traore redirected funds by clay, slashing unnecessary government luxuries, taxing foreign companies operating in Burkina Faso, launching a national Educate to Liberate tech fund supported by local investors, the first African nation to do it. Burkina Faso has officially become the first African country to provide completely free education from start to finish. The move has sparked admiration and jealousy across the continent. Western media calls it impossible, but Traore made it happen. CNN questioned the budget. France 24 called it a populist stunt. But parents across Burkina Faso are weeping tears of joy. One mother said, "I sold tomatoes to pay for my son's exams. Now I can finally breathe." African youth are celebrating. TikTok is flooded with videos of students celebrating in classrooms. Hashtags like number Thank You Traore, number Books Not Guns, number Free Education Africa are trending in over 10 countries. Traore's final words: "An educated nation cannot be enslaved. Let the world know Burkina Faso has chosen freedom through knowledge." Could this spark a revolution across Africa?
President Traore is standing up. He is saying the natural resources in Burkina Faso, they belong to the people of Burkina Faso. Niger is doing the same thing. Mali is doing the same thing. Every leader must look at what's happening in the Sahel nations to say, like anybody else, you must take care of your people. You have your natural resources. You have everything you need to take care of your people. Why do you continue to be beggars? Look at what is being brought in by not only USAID, but all the NGOs in your country.
Of power, of dignity, of freedom for Africa! Africa for Africans! The land of Africa is for Africans! Everywhere! Our land is our land! Everything is our land! My brothers, everywhere! You are the master of your continent! You are free in your continent! In this historical day, you are strong now! You are marching to the glory!
across Africa? Share this story and let the world see what true leadership looks like.